What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look at me. Let me look at the time. I made it on a Friday night. We can officially call it Friday night. Here with y'all on the channel. Um, Always an honor and a privilege to sit with y'all for a little while and chop up some game, give some game, get some game, learn some things. And the week went by so fast. The week went by so fast that I almost forgot it was Friday. I lost track of the day, but I caught it just in time. So welcome in, and y'all make sure y'all click that like button as you come in for your big brother. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel right now and have your notifications on. Make sure you do that. And we will get right into it, man. We won't get right into it. I got to do a little commercial I got to get a couple of commercials in because I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm really a blessed man. I thank Allah that I have a lot going on, and the only thing I can say about having a lot going on, and this ain't even a complaint. This is just a situation. It's a good problem to have until um, the back end of what I'm saying comes to fruition. Um, it's just one of me. So by just being one of me, it takes me a little longer to get a lot done for y'all, to get a lot of things done that I want to do because any, I won't say everything, because I got people helping me. Shout out to my homie Dollar Bill. Shout out to my homie Mo Hustle, and others. But I'm a one man operation for the most part, and and I've always been that way. But I'm grateful for it. So the new album, the upcoming album, the industry is getting ready to drop probably in about another week or so. Probably got another week or so. The album is getting ready to drop, and we put a sampler up as promised. I think last week I told y'all that we would have a sampler up, and we got the sampler up. Shout out to everybody who's checked it out. If you haven't checked it out, go listen to it. We got about 4 or 5 songs on there. Just it's a real stingy. It's a stingy sampler. You got stingy and you got stangy. And y'all know I like to give too much because I like for y'all to get the fullness of the album when y'all first when it comes out. I'd like to get the majority of it. But y'all go check the sampler out. But also more importantly, make sure that you go and pre-order, purchase your copy of the album, so that you'll have it. You'll have it, and that is the website. I just put the website down. If you want to purchase the album, I want to show your big brother some love. Physical copies. It will be released on the digital platforms. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I'll be going in on the digital platforms, but we don't leave no meat on the bone. So it will be on the digital platforms, and I'm probably, like I say, probably about a week from now or so. But the website is for you to get physical, actual CDs. Physical CDs. Go support physical copies. Keep physical copies alive, because artists. That's art. That is artist empowerment. When y'all go to when an artist sets up his website and is selling physical copies, digital copies on the website, not on ours, but I'm saying some artists have their digital on the website, and whatever merch they have, that is artist empowerment. And guess who is responsible for granting that artist empowerment? It ain't a record label. It ain't a streaming service. It's you, the supporter of that artist, you, the consumer, you, the fan of that artist. Y'all are the ones who hold that power. So, like I say all the time, even if you don't have a CD player, go and purchase a CD because we want to take control away from these platforms that don't um, pay us. Okay, let's get into it, man. Let's get into this topic. Also, y'all make sure y'all go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast with the homie Big Swift, super producer Big Swift. We've been on a producer run now. Now we had Jaime last week. We got Swift this past week. We got some more producers coming up, man. Great producers out of the H. And Swift, you go get a lot of gems, man. It's a master class. So y'all go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast. Hold on. All right. Right here on YouTube as well. But let's get into the topic. Been a while since we had a topic, but this was on my mind because I think about this a lot of times. We have these conversations on our podcast, man. One of my biggest, most frustrating things to see a person do is to start something and then quit. To start something and then give up. And when I say start something and quitting frustrates me. I mean when it's something that person is really good at. When it's something that I feel like that person is born to do. When it's a gift that you got, and you may feel like it's not moving fast enough for you. The reward or the payoff from that gift is not moving fast or coming fast enough for you. So you get frustrated and you give it up. Man, that is like the most disrespectful thing that you can do. Who is it disrespectful to? Some people say, well, it's disrespectful to yourself. Well, it is disrespectful to yourself, but it's also disrespectful to the creator who gave you the gift, man. The creator gave you that gift to sustain yourself. And sometimes, man, the package don't come with instructions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's no manual, you don't have a set understanding of how you can manifest and get the most out of your gift. You got to just figure it out. And that's what brings the frustration to a lot of people. They like, man, I've been trying to do this for all this time. I've been doing this music. I've been working on my law degree. I've been, whatever it is that you're doing, I've been working out and training. I want to be a pro football player, whatever it is. And we start the journey of working on our gift, and we have this delusional thought in our mind that nothing is ever gonna go wrong. And I never did understand that. I never understand once you get past a certain age, once you get into your adult years, if you don't understand that on the road to success, it's gonna be stuff in your way. There are gonna be things that set you back. There's gonna be failures that's gonna make you have to start over. There's gonna be things that's gonna make you want to stop and quit, but you can't stop and quit. It's disrespectful. And not only is it disrespectful, it's weakness. Yep, I had to say it. You're weak when you quit. And here's the biggest thing. You got people who try multiple things. And we all know somebody like this. Everything they get involved in, they quit. It's short-lived, it's short-term. They go for a little while, they act like this is the best thing for them. Man, I love what I'm doing. And then they just give it up. So when you have that weakness in your character, that trait in you, and you're always stopping and quitting when things don't go right, then you move on to the next thing. Don't nobody want to hear you when you're talking about what the next thing is you getting ready to go into. Man, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go to school. I'm getting ready to join this school, and don't nobody even want to hear it no more. We don't even believe you no more. We have no faith and belief in you anymore because we've seen this movie before and we know how this movie gonna end. And then it's one thing to quit, but the back part of the quitting person is that after they quit, after they dissatisfied, they come to you complaining and pouring on the excuses on your head of why it didn't work out. And most of the time, they will never take accountability on their own. If they're gonna always figure out a way for it to be somebody else's fault. Always gonna figure out a way for it to be somebody else's fault other than their own. And again, you're gonna listen to it the first couple of times. You're gonna listen to it the first couple of times, but after that second time, now you understand a pattern, and you check out. So after you check out, his mama checked out, his girlfriend checked out, his cousins don't want to hear it, his partners don't want to hear it. Now the next sympathy card that's played is, man, ain't nobody support me. Ain't nobody really with me, man. I'm trying. No, everybody was with you. So you complaining and saying that ain't nobody with you. The problem is, it's not that nobody was with you. The problem is that you wasn't with you. You was not with you. And see, that's the main person that has to be with you. You know how people say, people will say, I can't respect you if you don't respect yourself. People will say that, but I can't respect you if you don't respect yourself. That's a fact. So I can't be with you and get behind you and support you if you don't even have that belief in strength and faith in yourself. Because I'll find myself out there like a dummy, advocating and pushing and promoting and bigging you up, and you not even coming through on behind the words of your supporters to make people bear witness to what your supporters were saying about you. You don't even show the work. But watch this, man. I'm telling you, man, this boy nice, man. Check him out. This boy nice on the basketball court. But you ain't been working on your game, and you come out there and you out of shape, and you, nah, man. If somebody comes to you that has saw your talent, or you doing something that makes people admire your talent, and they're telling you, "Oh man, I'm telling you, man, I'm your biggest fan. That's a beautiful thing. Hey man, I'm your biggest supporter, man. I've been with you since day one. I ride with you, I ride with you, I ride with you." That's a beautiful thing, and you should always show respect, and you should always honor people that feel that strongly about you. But I'm going to make y'all answer this question here, and I guarantee you that all of y'all gonna get the answer right. Your true biggest fan and supporter should be who? Who should be your true and biggest supporter of anything that you're doing? You in college, you in flight school, you in boxing training. Who should be your biggest fan? Told you y'all was gonna get the answer right. Because I can't believe in you if you don't believe in you. I can start off believing in you when I see your talent. But once I see that you don't even have it in you, you don't have the heart to believe in yourself, I'm gonna fall off. I'm gonna fade away. Like, nah, he ain't. Because people, regardless of how much everybody want to say that they got all these haters and so many people are hating on them, to my experience. In my years on this planet, man, I have learned that people, that if you are dedicated to your craft and folks see that, people will invest in you. And I ain't always talking about investing no money. People will invest their belief in you. See? Think about what I just said. One of the biggest things for you to have is somebody who invests their belief in you, because sometimes that is the actual currency that's needed in the moment. I can sponsor something for you and pay it. But if I pay your way to the dance competition, I'm your sponsor for the dance competition, but you don't even believe in yourself to put in the work to be great at it, then the money I paid in sponsorship, it means nothing. But if you believe in yourself, if you have the talent and you want to do it, you want to get it done, but you may not feel, you may have money, you may have people that put money up for you, but you might not just feel that backing. You might not feel like you have that foundation of support. But if somebody invests that belief in you, and that just comes in the form of a word, words, or a presence, man, that could take you through the moon. That could take you over the moon. How do you know I'm telling the truth? Picture a child, or picture yourself as a child. And if you came up in a household with a supportive family, or just semi-supportive, or even maybe not that supportive, but sometimes, picture that for yourself, or just as a child in general. But as a child is there doing something, and he looks up in the stands and he see his mama or his daddy in the crowd. That changes everything, especially if maybe he didn't think that his parent was going to be able to make it that night. Something might happen and mama said, well, I don't know, I got to work tonight, so good luck at your game. I don't think I'm gonna make it tonight, son. Oh, okay. And so you out there, you warming up, you getting together, and you gonna do your thing, but you just happen to glance up, and there go mama, and she waving like that. All of a sudden, you just whoop, you through the roof now. Nobody gave you no money. Nobody gave that child no prize. Somebody invested time and belief in that child. Those things start early, just like teaching the principle of not giving up to a child at an early age, because you want to set that in motion in them, so it won't become a part of their character all the way up into adulthood, because it's a lot of us still running around here as adults carrying childhood flaws. We have flaws in our character now based on things that were instilled in us in childhood. Some of us still carry that, and it comes out, but now it looks different, because now you this big grown man or woman acting like a little child behind something that you shouldn't be behaving that way about. So if you have young children, you have to always, I don't care how bad you failed in life. I don't care how unsuccessful you might think you are. Never translate whatever you might have in your mind and heart of a failure in your life. Never translate that on to your children or to nobody else. Well, I ain't make it, so what make you think you gonna make it? What makes you think you gonna make it? I used to do the same thing. Boy, you got your ups from me. You got your athletic ability from me. I ain't making. I was more of an athlete. I was better in the game than you was. How you gonna make it in singing? I tried to sing when I was young. I didn't make it. You're not gonna make it either. Type of stuff people would tell their own children when it should be the opposite. Yeah, son, I didn't make it, but guess what? Now through you, I got another shot. How many parents have we seen do that? A lot. I didn't make it, son. Y'all know what one of my favorite movies is? One of my favorite movies is Selena, about the singer Selena from Corpus Christi. And it's a similar pattern that we see with driven, determined fathers. I can name a bunch of them. Selena's dad came up in a band. He was in a band when he was young. His band didn't quite pop off. They didn't make it. But he looked up and now he got these 3 children. Now, whoop, got a new lifeline now. And he creates this band with his children, and it shows the growth and the progression from when they were little bitty, performing at little restaurants and little festivals with 9, 10 people there, people that are not even paying attention, people walking around, they on stage just performing and singing, and nobody's paying attention, and the child don't understand, but the daddy got the vision. The daddy like, oh, nope, time to rehearse. And then as time goes on, see, the dad is instilling the belief in the child the whole time. Like, look, you're going to be a star. You're going to be the one. Son, you're going to play these drums. Baby girl, you're going to play this guitar. Y'all going to make it. Y'all going to do this. And they don't understand. But as they get older, they grow into the belief. Because the hard work starts to show in the form of progression. It's like, oh, wow, we really doing this. Wow, I enjoy doing this. So Selena's dad saw something in the children, and he said, if he don't do that, they just some regular children outside playing. Selena's dad, Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson and Jackson 5 parents. We don't get no Michael. We don't get no Jackson 5. We don't get no Janet. If it's not for the vision of the father instilling the belief. We don't get no Tiger Woods if it wasn't for Earl. We don't get no Venus and Serena if it wasn't for their dad. See? And all of those fathers, they get vilified in the media, and they get vilified and talked down about because of the military-like discipline that they put their children under in order for those children to be successful. That was wrong. Michael didn't have a childhood. Okay, well, we always hear about Michael, and Michael would say that he didn't have a childhood, but Jermaine was there too. Tito was there too. Jackie was there too. Marlon was there too. All of these children they were right there. They didn't have a childhood either. But if that's the case, so we get caught in that narrative, and we love Michael. Don't get me wrong, but I just always kind of looked at that like, wait a minute, you had brothers that was rehearsing and get down just as hard as you, and they had to be in the house and couldn't go outside either. So nobody had a childhood. But is it better? Would you trade to have the childhood that you wanted, that you say you didn't have? Would you take that over the legacy that you were able to establish, becoming probably the most famous person to ever live, successful group, well-to-do family, don't have to worry about money? It's like, sound like a good trade-off to me, because I can always go back and I can be 35 years old. I can go outside and be playing Frisbee. I can get on a swing if I want to at 50 if I want to. And some of y'all might not agree with how I'm saying it, but man, that's how I look at it. I never viewed those men that I mentioned, I never viewed them as dictators, or like, okay, yeah, you got to be stern. Because they saw the vision. Somebody got to be the what they call it, the drill sergeant. Got to be that way. And the one thing that all of those fathers that I named, the one thing that their children did not lack, they all had the talent, but the one thing that they did not lack was the confidence in themselves. They did not lack the belief in themselves. They believed in themselves. Why? Because that same dictator father instilled in them that y'all gonna be great. Y'all better than them. No, y'all hear that group? No, y'all better than them. Y'all gonna blow them out the water. You gotta put that in them. Tiger Woods, you gotta put it in them. You gotta do the same for your children, man. Y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit it already, man. So let your child quit. I saw a video, well, it's a commercial. I saw a commercial of Jalen Brunson, who's the starting point guard for the New York Knicks. I saw a commercial that they made where they had an old clip of his dad, who used to play in the NBA, training him when he was looked like he was about 7, 8 years old. And he had him running down the court, missing, do it again. And he was getting frustrated. Oh, you tired? You tired? You can't get tired. His daddy was just pumping him up, but it was tough love, instilling in him the ability to overcome obstacles, making him know it's gonna be tough. You got to be tough enough to deal with however tough it's gonna be out there in the world. Stop babying these children, man. Come here, baby. Okay. And in the times we live in right now, you as an adult better have it in your mind that you can't quit and you can't give up. We live in some times right now, and this is just the first quarter of the times we in right now. So if you have a quitting spirit in you, quitting spirit in you, you ain't gonna make it. Even in moments where you feel like you might not even have the formula, you might not even know what to do. Shh. What do you do when you don't know what to do? You know what the answer to that is? You better do something. Because quitting ain't an option. We don't quit. Figure it out. And here's another thing, man. I don't care how long you've been on the journey of whatever it is you've been on the journey to. Your breakthrough might be this close. You might be this close to your breakthrough at the moment you quit. At the moment you quit, you never know. We don't know how close we was. And I feel like we disappoint the creator enough on a daily basis to where if he gives you a gift and you just give, it's like that gotta be disappointing to the creator. You don't know how close you might be. And then you also have to factor in, because this is another mistake that we make. We'll look at people who have already made a success out of themselves, and then we just sit and look at where they at now and be like, well, see, man, he already up there. He already popping. She already got this going on. I bet he or she got a story behind that. I bet they got a story behind that where they can mention the hard times they had to go through to get to where they at, the roadblocks they had to go through, the walls they had to bust through. You just looking at like they say in the church, you see the glory, but you don't know my story. The problem is we want to skip straight to the glory. And then we just don't want to even write the story. You got to be willing to write the story, man. Because everybody that's in this chat right now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we all grown folks in here. So if you are grown, that means you done been through some things. And if you've been through some things, I can honestly say on behalf of myself and on behalf of y'all that if you've been through some things, which I know you have, but if you've been through some things and you didn't shy away from it, you didn't run away, you didn't punk out to whatever situations you came in contact with, and you fought through it, can you remember how you felt when you made it through the problem? Remember how good it felt? Remember how satisfying it felt? Remember how relieved you was? Remember how glad you was that you made it through it, because if the trial was tough enough, it was a moment where you wanted to quit. It was a moment where you almost quit. You came this close. But at the last second, you say, no, I can't. I got to keep going. See, that's a principle. When I say you never know how close you are, and you never get the opportunity to see who you are. You never get the opportunity to see what you really are made of. When you quit, we talk good, Well, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I can do this, you know. But you don't really know who you are until you in the grease. In whatever form the grease come in, if you until you are in the grease, you don't know who you are. You don't know what you'll do. And on the flip side, you don't know what you're capable of. You don't know your own strength because we shy away from having to use our strength in the critical moments. Because a lot of people are just fold up. See? Instead of saying, let me get up. Let me push through this. Let me fight through this. Let me see. I need to know what I'm made of. So you have a couple of moments where you got to go on and power through something. Now the next time around, you got a pretty good handle on it. And what happens is when you get down and challenge and face the obstacle, what ends up happening is whatever thought you had about how big it was, you be like, sometimes you be like, man, that wasn't even that bad. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I was really worried, man. That wasn't that bad at all. And then the next thought is you start to think about, man, what if I would have just quit? What if I would have just punked out on right there before I even got a chance to try to even fight through this? See, that's character building. But if you're a person that don't even want to know your level, your threshold, you don't even want to know what you can take, what you can deal with, then you're gonna play it safe and be mediocre all your life. You can't quit, man. And this last part before I get to y'all and start reading y'all comments. You know what one of the worst feelings in the world is? I'm speaking for myself and I'm really imposing this on y'all too. One of the worst feelings is when you know that you have disappointed the people who you care about and the people that did support you and believe in you, that did invest that belief in you, that saw your greatness, and you disappoint them and you let them down. Because you're not letting them down. They're not let down if you fail. They're let down if you give up, if you punk out. That's what would let me down if I saw you having all this potential and you just blow it and just give up. I would be let down, be, oh man, he just gave up. He ain't want to do it. He ain't had a heart. That would hurt me more than what happened, man? He did the best he could. He did everything he could. He just came up short. He tried. He tried over and over again. He just came up short. I would actually be proud of that. But some people will feel bad because, man, I feel like I let you down, man. No, you didn't let me down, man. You gave the best you could give. But if you tell me, yeah, man, I quit, man, I feel like I let you down, I'm like, yeah, you did. Actually, you did let me down. What if you're old enough to have children and instead of you being like Selena's dad, um, Michael Jackson, that you're doing something now. You're trying to get something accomplished, maybe go back to school, maybe do this, maybe do that. And now you have little children or younger children, they could be adult children that are looking at you give up and quit. So you've instilled all these principles in your child, and now they seeing you living the opposite of that. Like, well, man, mama, man, daddy, you taught me to never give up. You taught me to, and now look what you do. Now you want to quit. What you have to understand, what all of us have to understand, your life is not just for you. I know it's a lot of selfish people in the world that think like that. Well, man, this is me, this is my life. Why y'all worried about how I do this? Your life, God did not give you your life for it to be just for you. Your life is given, my life is given to be shared, to be examples, to plant seeds in other people. Our lives are given to distribute the best parts of ourselves among other people. Your life ain't just for you. You got to set examples that deposit into other people so they can do the same thing. Crazy man, crazy woman. Man, I live for me. Okay, well, keep living for you. See, that's selfish. That's a selfish mindset. And sometimes people who may start off like that, they grow out of it because what happened? Oh man, boy, done had a child, he done had a baby. Now they start to live for somebody else. Because I have somebody that I'm responsible for. It's not just me being responsible for me eating. I was good when I just had to worry about finding me something to eat. Now I got to make sure this little one eat. Oh, wait a minute. I done married her. I got to make sure my wife eat and our child eat. Your life ain't just for you, man. So quitting. So if I quit, I ain't just quit on me now. I done made all of us quit. I done quit for all of us. What happened? What happened, Dad? It ain't gonna. Because what we'll do, we'll share our dreams. We'll tell people what we got going on in the beginning, and we'll have all this excitement, all this enthusiasm, all this. Yeah, man, I'm getting ready, boy. I'm telling you, man, I'm finna go to the studio. I'm finna start working on this project. Man, I'm telling you, this project right here, man. I got some, man. We gonna kill him. And now everybody else excited. So if you a quitter, if you do get an idea, it's best for you to not even share it with nobody. You got everybody hyped up, and now you just didn't decide it didn't happen fast enough. Or you blame other people because it didn't go right for you. And all that does is indicate that you are not a person who operates in strong faith, because you have given somebody else the power to control your greatness. Somebody else is in charge. You telling me that somebody else is in charge of you being great? How is somebody else in control over what you become? And I know y'all gonna, well, man, okay, man, sometimes, man, it's people in positions This person is the one that have to get you to the look. If they don't help you with it, or if you don't get it through them, get it through somebody else. Why are you making them an equal to God? How many sayings do we have? If God is with me, can't nobody be against me. We all say the same stuff. Whatever God got for me, can't nobody keep me from it. Clearly, you don't believe that. Because the first thing you do, man, the supervisor hating on me. Man, the coach be hating on me. Nobody, no individual has the power to prevent you from doing nothing. If they are standing in front of a door that you believe you need to walk through and they are guarding that door the way you can't get through it, that only means you have to find another door or create a door. If I own the door, nobody can keep me from walking through it. Let me shout out to Lester Smith, who dropped a super chat while I was running my mouth. Appreciate the love. And to the homie MC Josiah. I'm going to go and read what y'all are saying about this topic. Broussard says behavior creates attitude. Attitude produces drive. Drive becomes purpose. Purpose causes self. Don't quit. You'll find out who you are. That's what I'm saying, man. Look, you on a journey. You're going to stop at a certain post. You driving out of town. The destination is 200 miles. You can't stop at 150 miles. You're not there yet. I'm reading y'all's comments now, man. Spiritual Black Ops says, take this and never forget it. Never give in, never give up, and always get back up. How many times have y'all watched a boxing match where somebody got knocked down? Some people get knocked down, they just stay on the canvas. And you can see it in their eyes, they could get up. Now, sometimes you get knocked out, then you out. But a lot of times guys get knocked down, they just be like, they be thinking like, man, you know what, man? I done already made my money. Why should I get up and keep getting beat on? You should get up because you still are in a position to win the fight. A lot of people have got knocked down, got up and won the fight. Makes you better. All right. I'm reading y'all's comments now, man. Reading y'all's comments. Mr. Potato says, push your kids to their dreams and shape their successes. And do the same for yourself. Some of us are still like big children, man. Yeah. Nostradamus the Don says you gotta have discipline. Gotta have discipline. And I think you have to take on a mental approach. You have to instill something in people from the beginning and in yourself. Like, before I start, I have to have instilled in me to know, hey man, everything ain't gonna go smooth. I'm gonna hit some bumps in the road. You just coasting along like everything. Hey man, it's gonna be some situations sometime. So you come in knowing that when it happens, you're like, okay, there it is. Okay, here we go. Let's dance. Hey man, if y'all just coming in, y'all click the like button for your big brother. We'll try to get to 100 likes tonight. If you haven't, click that thumbs up, click it up, click it up, click it up. Click it up, click it up, click it up for your big brother, man. If you have not pre-ordered my upcoming album, The Industry, I don't know what y'all waiting on. I don't know what you're doing. But if you haven't pre-ordered my new album, if you didn't know I had a new album getting ready to drop, then guess what? Y'all can go to that website I just put down there, southparkcoalitionsite.net, and place your order right now for the new album on CD. What? On what? On CD. Go place your order right now. We on this drive. Jill Scott say, I'm taking back my freedom. Taking back our power, man. Yeah. I'm still reading y'all's comments. I don't know what y'all are on tonight. Nostradamus says we got to create to please the creator instead of trying to create to please others. We can do both. See, when it's good and principle and content and consciousness and reality, I believe it'll be pleasing to the creator and to the people. Jesse P say, yeah, man. I've been through some things. Them commercials, huh? Yeah. The Tennessee Takeover said Jesus shows me every day through people's situations and events. We'll need but 21 more likes, y'all. That's all we need. But quitting comes from a lack of self-belief. You're not going to quit if you have confidence and faith and belief in yourself. When you quit, that means you just don't feel like you can get it done. So that part has to be instilled, like, hey, man, confidence. But you also have to put the work in. And that's the part I hadn't mentioned yet. You got to put the work in. You can't be at your best and you haven't trained yourself to be the best in anything. Yeah. We need 16 more likes. We're going to get to 100. We're going to try. That's right, Jesse P. Failure is not an option. Charmaine Hall says you got to have integrity, morals, and value in life to make it keep on pushing. No doubt about it. I see you, Hector. Yeah, man. You got to set an example. Who in here have wanted to quit? There's nobody that have never wanted to quit. If you've ever done something and wanted to quit, raise your hand. Wanted to quit, but you didn't. Raise your hand. Yeah. Condolences to Kaput, looping them and the loss of your brother and your best friend, man. Condolences to you, man. Stay strong and don't give up. Don't quit, because if that's your brother and your best friend, I can guarantee you, he will want you to keep pushing and thriving. You got to do it for him now. You got to live for him now. Yeah. See, You say having trouble finding purpose for something to live for. You got to live for him. Think about how disappointed your brother would be if he heard you talking like that. If he felt like, I don't have nothing to live for. Your brother could appear to you right now. What you mean you ain't got nothing to live for? You still here. You still here. So if you don't have the hope and the belief that you got something to live for, now your brother's gone and you gone too. You spiritually dead. You got to live through him. You got to double up now because you got to let the world know the things that your brother may have instilled in you and the things you learned from your brother. You got to pass that on to the world. Now you got to be an example for both. You got to hold it down for both of y'all. The things y'all love to do together, you got to do it now in the name of both of y'all. See? The grieving process is a natural thing. You got to do that. You got to go through your progressions. You got to go through that process. That's a natural thing. But you got to look beyond the flesh. And you have to say, okay, well, you know what, God? You decided that my brother's time was over. I have to accept that because you, as the creator of all of us, you're wiser than all of us. So for whatever reason that you saw that it was fit in time for my brother to be gone, I have to accept that. And I have to say, okay, I'm still here. What's my purpose? What more work do I have to do? That's how you approach that. But don't disappoint your brother, because now your brother like, hey man, now there's nobody to rep for me. I'm gonna tell you what my OG Wicked Cricket told me when he was getting ready to pass away. And Wicked wasn't ready to go. Loved life. But when he was sick and he would still come out to events, he was still, because he would host events, that was his thing. He would do open mics until he couldn't walk no more. He would still come to events. And then one time he couldn't even walk. We had to carry him. But he told me at one of the last events I saw him at, he said, man, he said, I know you're going to keep my name alive. So when he passed, I made a song called Keeping Your Name Alive, because he said, I know you going to keep my, he was giving me an assignment, but at the same time, he was letting me know that he believed in me to help push his name and legacy on. Like, I ain't got to worry about this one. So he had confidence that I would always mention him. So even if you may not have heard them same words from your brother, whether he was sick, whether it happened suddenly, however it happened, it don't even matter. If you know your brother, then you know the things you need to do that he will want you to be doing in his absence. And I can tell you the one thing he wouldn't want you to be doing is giving up. He still wants you to laugh, have fun, still wants you to talk trash on the basketball court. Whatever you do, he wants you to stop doing that. So don't give up hoping you still here. DJ Frio Fred says never quit. Yeah. Is that Abram? Abram Ben Israel says, Ecclesiasticus 33:17, consider that I labored, not, is that nor for myself, only, not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning. You don't live for yourself. MC Josiah says, ever since I started at age 12, I said I would never quit ever. Now I'm 28. Also, sorry for the late response. Me and my dad were doing the album. Man, you always on time. See? Wise words. Whatever standard you set for yourself and you start to practice that, that's what you'll become. If you start out as a quitter and you get comfortable in that space of being a quitter, that's gonna always be your out. That's gonna always be your exit. Well, if it get too bad, I'll just quit. Yep, getting too hot, I quit. The easy way out, man. Come on, man. We need 14 more likes, man. And I can get out y'all way. If y'all are in the chat listening to this, hoping y'all are getting some good information. No question. Ethan says, yo, K-Rino, that's exactly the worst part of being a targeted individual. Targeted or not. Jesse says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And see, that's what I'm saying. Jesse, you know how people, they'll quote that all day long. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Until they see the weapon. See? They see the weapon, whatever form that comes in, and they fold up. Or they'll be like, well, why is this happening to me? Why is it happening? It didn't say the weapon wasn't going to form. The weapon is going to be formed against you. But it said it wouldn't prosper. But that's not just a saying. That is dependent on an action that you have to take to determine if the weapon going to prosper against you or not. No weapon formed against me shall prosper if. See, that's the invisible back end to that. Might not be written at all, but that's what it is. No weapon formed against me shall prosper if I do what I got to do to overcome the weapon. The user of the weapon, the creator of the weapon. Yeah. Drafil. What's going on? Never quitting is the theme for the night, is our topic. Grid says some get up and become the best. Muhammad Ali, the greatest fighter of all time, in my opinion, but I've seen him get knocked down before. I like to know what I'm made of, man. When I'm tired, I try to break through the wall. Is that Ivan Angel? The greatest battle in life is you against yourself. And we create that. We make that into that. Hey, man, give me 9 more likes, man. I get out y'all way. If we got 9 people in here that haven't clicked the thumbs up, go on and bless your big brother, and I'll get out y'all way. Trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up. Hold on. Blatonio Todd, what up though? That must mean Detroit is in the building. Yep, there it is. Okay, Hood Smokers Podcast. Salute to y'all. Need 6 more likes. Lester said, I got a lot on my mind like a parking attendant. Man, y'all make sure that y'all go pre-order my new album. If y'all haven't got my new album yet, what are you waiting for? We'll start shipping probably next week. So don't be that person who disregards what the term pre-order means. We're not shipping right now. We'll be shipping next about a week from now. But if y'all don't have, y'all haven't already ordered my new CD, The Industry, or you didn't know we had one out, put that on your to-do list for like right now. Yeah. If you don't go through things in life, how can you teach? How can I instruct and give advice if I've never fought through anything in my life? If I see somebody going through a similar struggle as mine, my ceiling of knowledge will only take me so far, and it's only so far I can take them, because I stopped at a certain point. That's like if somebody said, "Hey, can you show me how to get to this particular place?" I said, "Yeah, I'll walk that way. I'm going that way." But if I don't know how the total way to get all the way there, I'm gonna get to a certain point and say, "All right, man, I really don't know from here, man. As far as I can take you. It's as far as I went." Is that Fishon Johnson? What's going on? Appreciate the donation. Appreciate the love. Much love, man. I thank you for that. I thank you for that compliment. Make sure you get the new album. Appreciate that. Dollar Bill said, "Don't give up on me sending me them last 3 tracks." Man, that's coming soon as I get off this live. I thought about it today. I ain't gonna lie, but I was at the gym already. I was like, man, I forgot. But yeah, as soon as I get off this stream, Dollar Bill is coming your way. And I get these 5 more likes. We need 5 more likes, y'all. Is that TSQ? I love that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, talked about Itqan, which is the pursuit of excellence and high quality in all actions and tasks, even when no one is watching. This motivates me to keep going. The key to that teaching you just dropped is the even when no one is watching part. Because they say that's the definition of integrity. Integrity is who you are when no one's around. Character is who you are when no one's around. So that means that if you ask me, if I say, "Hey man, I got some cookies in there. You want some cookies?" And you say, "Yeah, man, yeah, I'll take some cookies." And I go into the kitchen, and as I'm getting the cookies, one of your cookies fall on the floor. Ain't nobody around. So I pick the cookie off the floor and set it back on your plate, and I bring you the cookie. You throw that cookie in the trash, man. Come on, man. So it's when no one's watching. And I'll use myself as an example. And this, and I'm not saying this in no way, shape, or form to try to be like I'm bragging or nothing. I'm just speaking on a process. I'm speaking on a level of discipline that I self-impose, that I subject myself to. So when I'm creating, when I'm writing, coming up with songs, I write by myself. I don't write in rooms full of people, and I'm to myself. And it's never in my mind to take a shortcut in my creative process. Never in my mind to take a shortcut. And in this day and age, key word, what TS was saying, when no one's watching, and this is just on a base level, but it's a principle in it. When no one's watching in 2026, somebody might want to use some AI to help them come up with some lyrics, some song lyrics, right? So I come up with some AI song lyrics, right? I didn't come up with this in my own head. I let AI write me a verse, write me a song. Everybody starts going, "Woo, man, boy, that was a dope song, man. Boy, you killed it on that." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, thanks, man." Nah. 4 more likes, man. Give me 4 more, and I won't ask for no more. Tony Montez is in the building. Need 1 more like. See, man, y'all so great. I'm not gonna give up on trying to get them likes. We're not gonna quit. There we go. Bang, bang, boogie. Up jump the boogie. Yeah. Jesse P says, see, we hear just say that's called integrity. Michael Boutte, my brother's in the building, man. I see you, Mike. I hope they ain't working my boy too hard, man. Mike say 5-second rule. Hey, look, you supposed to use the 5-second rule on yourself, not on your guests, not on company. You supposed to use God kiss it, devil miss it. You do God kiss it, devil miss it when you drop your own Twix. You drop the Twix on the ground. 5-second rule, God kiss it, devil miss it. But you don't do that to your company. Y'all remember that episode of Good Times where the neighbor was eating dog food? And then she came to their house for dinner and she brought a meatloaf over there. And everybody in the family thought that she had made that meatloaf out of dog food and she was going to serve it to the Evans family. So everybody was trying to hide and figure out ways to not eat the food. And then when she figured out what was going on, she had to let them know. She was like, look, she said, look, sometimes when times get hard for me, sometimes I eat pet food. She said that, right? But she said, I would never do that, serve that to my friends. She said, this is 100% ground round. Y'all might not be old enough to remember Good Time, that episode, but see, all those things it was principles in that episode. You know, that as a little boy, I picked up on like, man, she was like basically saying, I'm struggling, so I might eat the dog food, but I ain't gonna give it to y'all. You know, one of the weirdest things I see sometimes when people do, like if it's somebody cooking some food, but they cooking food for like a lot of people, they cooking food for the family, and as they cooking the food, they stir the food, and they taste the food, and then put the spoon back in there and start stirring. What are you doing? No, you don't do that. Come on, man. Hope none of y'all don't do that. Now, if you cooking for yourself and you the only one gonna eat off that spoon, that's you. Ramadan Kareem. I see you, Kareem, 1333. I see you, Ramadan Kareem, my brother. I hope you're having a blessed, successful Ramadan. I knew you was at work, Mike. Miss Lady Sample said, Mama didn't raise no quitter. God kiss it, devil miss it. Pre-orders already open. The doors open. The floodgates are open. You can pre-order the new album right now. All right, man. I'll take a few rando questions now. I normally don't do this when I have a topic, but because I'm not gonna be on here long, y'all. But if y'all want to get like a last minute open topic, y'all got some things y'all want to ask, things about the album, new comic book, podcast episode with Big Swift just dropped this Wednesday. All the producers or people who are into production, watch that episode with Big Swift. Watch the episode the week before with Jaime, and watch how these producers just break down their creative process, man. And just, it's an interesting thing to listen to as a rapper, me as a rapper, to listen to how these guys approach their craft. Because I can speak on how I approach my craft, and there are similarities, but they're like totally different at the same time. So I'll take a few questions before we check out, man. Y'all got us to 100 likes. We ain't got to 100 likes in a minute. We're a small community. We small, y'all. I go on live streams, it'd be 5,000 people on there, 10,000, 3,000, 2,000. We're a small community, y'all. So 100 likes that's a lot for us. That's a lot in our world. I'm like Bob Ross. This is our little world. Yeah. Dollar Bill said I was being stingy with the sampler, man. That's what it's called. I named it the stingy sampler. If y'all have heard the sampler to the new album, raise your hand. If you heard the sampler already, raise your hand. If you haven't, go check it out. If you like it, if you're feeling what we're doing, pre-order the album. Place your order for the CD, and the digital versions will be out in about a week or so. Don't worry, to all my people who still want to stream it, you will be able to stream it. I'm on a hard physical campaign, and I'm never gonna stop being on, but I'm never gonna tell y'all not to stream the album when it drops. I'm not gonna make it not available to stream. I just want to transition to a point where I can control all that myself at some point. But in the meantime, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to all the little platforms and do your thing. Sweet James Jones is in the building. Yeah. Hector says a couple of weeks ago on 90.1, I heard Murder One and the DJ play Grand Deception, followed up with Dope E, Blow Them Hoes Up. Yeah. Well, you say you was surprised to hear them track on that. No, that's the family. That's South Park Coalition. We ain't scared. We'll play the songs that shouldn't be played, that the world say shouldn't be played. Zazel, I see you. Okay, a lot of y'all haven't heard the sampler. Then we got a few people that say they heard. I see a few hands up. Lucas says, I love the dollar bill beats. Look, if you love what you heard on the sample, dollar bill did about 89.3% of the album. Y'all ain't even heard. I held back a lot of it's, we put some killers on the sound. I held back a lot of my favorites. I love all the songs, but you got favorites of your favorites. Y'all haven't even heard. Y'all haven't heard it. The sample is just that. Y'all ain't heard everything yet. No. Blessings, Fishon Johnson. Man, Jimmy, what's going on? Jimmy's showing love. Jesse said, what's the release date? Well, man, and you'll appreciate this, Jesse. When you a free black man like me, I don't know when the release date gonna be. It's gonna be whenever I decide. So probably, like say officially about a week from now, it'll be online, it'll be on the streaming platforms. I'm guessing about a week from now. Of course, I have all the songs on the channel. So, yeah. Lester says, how many tracks are on the new album? We got 18. 18 songs, man. Now think about that. I could be wrong now. I don't. I'm not. I'm in a bubble. I'm in my own bubble. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting too beside myself. But I was about to say, man, who's still putting that many songs on the album? Are they still putting like 16, 17, 18 songs on the album? They still doing that? I know the songs are only 2.5 minutes long these days. Ain't no 2 minute songs on this album. I'm gonna feed you till you're full, man. Matter of fact, it's so much stuff on this album. I was in fear that all the songs wasn't gonna be able to make it on the CD. You know, the CD only hold 80 minutes. I was worried. When I was laying out the track list and putting everything in order, I was looking at the time and I was like, man, everything ain't gonna fit. Of the songs that I wanted to put on the album, because I have like 4 or 5 songs that didn't make the cut. It's like 4 or 5 songs that was recorded for this album that are not on it. I'll use them on something later, but they didn't make the cut. And my brother K Water, he was like, "You ain't putting that one on there?" I was like, "Nope." Then there was another one. He said, "You not putting that one on there?" I said, "Nope." Now y'all know me, I don't waste nothing. Y'all will hear them, they'll come out. They'll be on something later. Take a few more from y'all. Miss Lady Sam say most people only got 10 to 12 these days. Yeah. DJ Paul from the old school though, see? That's what I'm saying, Tennessee. DJ Paul is from the old school, so 22 tracks, yeah, that makes sense. I got 18 songs. I have 18 songs. Ain't no skits, ain't no interludes that I'm counting as a track. No. There are 18 rap records. And ain't none of them 2 minutes and something long. Some of them is really long. Lucas says, is the sorcerer gonna come back? We don't know. He won't. He not back on this one. I can tell you that. Yeah. 5 Entity says, I won't ever quit. Thank you. Please don't. The Invincible Microphone Fiend Rock Kim. Spread the word, cause I'm NEFFECT, a smooth operator operating correctly. The Keto Game, I see you. Why not? I see you. Charles K33, I see you. EDJ, I see you. The Mario is in the building. Jesse P says, do you have a song like Secret War on the new album? I don't know if it's a song like Secret War, but we got some. See, because we've it's like once I've done it, it's done. But I'm going some places that I haven't. I'm touching some stuff that I haven't touched, and that's always the goal. But I need y'all to go pre-order that. If y'all haven't ordered the Annihilation of the Evil Machine comic book, I need y'all to go order that. Whether you get the whole box, whether you get the individual books, if you did not know that we had a new comic book out, now you know. There is a K-Rino Annihilation of the Evil Machine comic book available, and I just put the website down in the box. Y'all like, man, K-Rino, you finna take all our money. That's impossible. I can't take all your money. The government does that. Roots and Resilience says, come on, K, you dropped 7 albums at one time. 18 songs is nothing. Well, you know, I'll say this. The next 2 albums or so, after I did the 7 albums, it felt like real quick because I had been working on those 7 so long that when I just did just one at a time, it felt like, man, that's it. I had conditioned myself. But 18 songs, you know, you still put the work in because I'm not going to cheat y'all on no song. Every song going to give you something. I don't waste y'all time or mine. I'm not going to give you no just album filler. If it's on there, it's effort. There was some effort put to it. Is that acapella? Can we get an update on the Wizard and LW? People be asking to bring LW back. They want T-Rash back bad. They want T-Rash, the Sorcerer, T-Rash, and L-Dub in that order. Who knows? Maybe we'll put them all on the same song. I don't know. Yeah. Lester say, I'd rather give it to you than let Trump send it to Israel. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Sounds good to me. Azazel said, if you're gonna release 2 minute songs, you should have at least 26 songs on there. Yeah, like yeah. Look, if you do 2 minute songs, you could probably fit 26 on the project. Yeah. We got a piece of what could be called a flow session on the sampler. That's not the title of it, but it's in the same family. It's in the same family. Cross Columinali. Do you think rap battling is still important for up and coming MCs trying to make a name for them? I would just put on up and coming MCs. Look at T.I. and 50 and Papoose. These cats is late 40s coming up touching 50, still putting out battle rap, putting out diss tracks. So that's just part of hip hop culture, you know. Long as it stay non-violent, hey, it is what it is. Blaze Hayes says R.I.P. Big Jerb. No question about it, man. R.I.P. to the homie Big Jerb, man. Without a doubt. Yeah. L Dog say Gene with the nectarines. Hustle hard, bro. All right. Last but not least, DNA say Papoose is a true lyricist. Absolutely. Without question. Last but not least, man, again, do not forget. I know I'm giving y'all a lot. I'm putting a lot on y'all plate, man, but y'all asked for it. I'm putting a lot on y'all plate, man. Go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast with the legendary H-Town producer Big Swift. And yeah, y'all check it out. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later on, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the love. It's your big brother K-Rino. Peace.